Well, hi everybody, this is Cowboy Steve of Building a 1,000-Year Home. So this week I'm going to take a look at something different than just building on this house. I'm going to take a look at ice houses and what they were in Texas. So down in the South for a long time, since the 20s, the communities sawed ice and stored it. And those ice houses where they were storing it became kind of community get-together areas. The grocer would park his grocers there. Milk guy would put his milk there. Hey, can I store it there? And before you knew it, the ice house became a community center of sorts, an informal community center. Well, ice houses have continued. They've continued right into today. They no longer serve the ice function for the community, but they're still a very important part in the South. And unfortunately, a lot of them are going away, and that is mostly because of property taxes. Ice houses don't charge a cover fee. They're just open to the community. You come in, you play checkers, you play beanbag, your kids run around on they're really, the only money they make is a little bit from their food and bands and maybe whatever comes there. There's a fine line between a hall, which is a little more formal, places where people might have danced officially or voted or done any such thing. And an ice house, which is very informal, usually outdoor structures, very much like my place. And that's one reason why I'm attracted to it and why I'm going to do this little video, because it's very much like this format. So Leah and I, we're planning retirement. We're a little ways away from it, but not so far away we can't think. So what I've been thinking is I want to maybe open up an ice house. Now, I could lose a lot of money doing an ice house, right? So I don't know. We'll find out together if it's even an experiment worthwhile. So Leah and I are thinking about retirement planning. So what is an ice house? Well, we found one we can stay at, Willie's Joint in Buda. And it happens to be on our way. We're going to go visit in a bunch of modern architecture homes, because modern homes and Adobe style homes have a lot in common. So I just want to see how they built some of these modern homes, see if I could borrow any of the conveniences for here as I build. So, but for now, we're also going to explore an ice house and all of the benefits of that. It's sad to see ice houses go away in Texas and in the South. They do have air conditioning inside, so but they're community outdoor things, and I tell you, they're not disappearing for lack of people showing up. They're being driven out by poor taxes, and sometimes when a man gets ready to retire, it's worth more to sell and nobody can afford to buy it. That kind of a thing. So development, I guess, the cost of development. Anyway, I don't begrudge anybody retirement when they're ready to retire, but I am sad to see ice houses go away. So anyway, without further ado, let's drop into the ice house that we stayed at. It's called Willie's Joint, and it's in Buda, and we had such a great time. All right. We stayed at an Airbnb, probably one of the best ones we've ever stayed at. That's actually a roadhouse here in Texas. So I'm going to rotate, and then I got last night pictures, which will have music in it, so it might get censored. But here in the daylight or early morning, there's no music playing. So let me rotate. Behind me is the house we stayed in. It is top notch. I really, really enjoyed it. I'll walk around the place and then I'll walk inside and we'll take a look at it. This place is super happening. It is your typical outdoor ice house here in Texas. This is in Buda. And no, not owned by Willie Nelson or anything, but it's called Willie's Joint. So, and traffic started coming in real early. So, really surprised. So, this is the campus part of it where the music and whatnot happens. But it's got two coffee, a taco truck, and a coffee truck right here. Super busy. I won't impose on everybody. I'll walk around and go through the front gate or something. So, in fact, I'm drinking his coffee now, Swaffle. It's a young couple that owns it. They're planning to build off-grid too, like me. So we've already visited with them and got our cup of coffee. And then there's a taco truck there. I don't know if they pay a lot fee. I bet you they do. All right, so one of the things that really was super popular yesterday was the kid playground. Oh my gosh, so many kids were playing there. The stage says no kids to play on it, so I know the kids like to play on it. Last night, this bar was open, and so these are old garage doors here, and they just roll up, and they kind of sit at an angle like that, and out of the way, and so then the bar is open there. Lots and lots of picnic tables, and it was full. Everybody, it was full. And Lee and I sat in here and listened to karaoke, which was on the Jumbotron there. And they had a DJ up front for last night. So it was crawfish boil night, and crawfish was being boiled there in that outdoor kitchen. And I think I got this price of the sign. But oh my gosh, so many people came for crawfish. Lee and I had a really good chicken cordon bleu sandwich. That was unusual, so we did something unusual. I was going to do the potatoes and corn for the crawfish, but we are full. This little lounge, it's called a lounge back here, it didn't feel like anything except a place to get out of the rain if it rained. And then there was some restrooms in there. There wasn't any, it was just a bar with a couple of tables, and most people go in and get their stuff and then come back out and sit underneath the trees. I am so surprised this place is open right away. So there's the rules, right? Nothing fancy. Make yourself at home. That was true underneath a 500-year-old. They did. Very welcoming. Some of the games, I didn't see anybody using the ping pong here. I don't know if you could get the stuff from the bar. Last night, this one was on with the natural gas in the ground there, and people were gathered around it. It was a little toasty, though, to be honest. I'm going to guess this tent is 40 foot by 100 foot or so, commercial grade tent. Lots of people were under it. This had young people, it had old people, it had everybody in it. Lots of guys were playing the beanbag thing, cornhole, and almost every one of these were taken up. They had a quiet little spot over here with just families sitting, watching the cornhole going on. And then inside, I'll see if it's open this morning, and we'll walk through doing it inside, was the main bar. And Leah found this George Jones, and she's got a crush on him. This is locked this morning. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So anyway, the bar was in there, and it's your typical small industrial mod kind of Texas bar. Everybody was writing and signing on it, so there's community graffiti everywhere. So that's the amenities of this particular facility. And even in the morning light, it's just really busy. There's got to be 20 cars sitting in the parking lot. Easy 20 cars sitting in the parking lot. Oh, look, somebody rakes. I see they must clean up every day, do a little raking. That's cool. They're already working on the next crawfish boil or whatever they want. And then I'm going to go ahead and walk out. Y'all come back. There was no cover last night. People just came as they were and just walked right in, young and old. After 10 o'clock, it becomes a 21 and up. There's a cool little painting back there. Johnny Cash, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson. I don't recognize the other artist. I bet you I should. A little blue truck. And then here we go is the house that we Airbnb. I've done a lot of Airbnbs, and none of them have been this nice. It's super nice to have an Airbnb, because what if you had a band that wanted to come and perform? This would be the right way. I'm going to put you on pause while I open the door. Hey, Leah, I'm filming inside of the Airbnb, so So this was one of the nicest Airbnbs. Leah, have we ever been in a nicer Airbnb than this? We have not.
No, this is yeah.
That's Kevin Fowler. Leah knows him personally. Some of these pictures, I don't know who they are, but this is the first Airbnb we've been in a long time that's just not filled with IKEA crap.
I love it.
It's real stuff related to this place, like the musical instruments. And
it's all Texas.
All Texas related. It's had some thought.
Dartboard.
Dartboard, yeah. Leah and I played that, so we'll have to put those up. She's gonna press me a shirt, but I don't know.
This is Pat Green.
Pat Green, huh? Yeah, we know Pat Green. So the kitchen's been super good. Their rules for checking out was just nothing insane. Strip the bed, take out the trash.
How cool. This is a picture of the venue full.
Oh, the venue.
Yes.
Listen, it was full last night.
Oh my
but
gosh.
That's an actual band,
Yes.
right?
Yes, and this is the beautiful tree. This tree.
Yeah.
I want to get a daylight picture.
You're going to go get it. Leah loves trees. So then the bed was right here. Oh, I found the light switch outside for turning it off. It's not near the door. It's over here on the edge. But the one thing Leah said, she got up at 1 because of the lights. There's lights all the way around this thing. I slept, believe it or not.
I know. You like
It was noisy. So, but I love that this is an old house. That's what Airbnb should be, right? It should be something that's charming and has a little flair of the community left over in it. Anyway, there we go. That was a complete walkthrough.
I didn't even take them out of your bottle.
I don't know what makes a successful ice house in Texas, but this is on a super busy road. Definitely the kids and parents are using this as a playground. So that's probably
And they do
important thing.
coffee.
And they have it was good
Oh
coffee
my God,
too.
They do coffee.
Yeah. I already told them that the young couple's looking at building off grid like us.
They already did.
We vibed with them right away.
Oh yeah.
So, but a lot of things, the tables were comfortable, the space was comfortable, it felt safe, the trees were ancient and beautiful. You know, you've got to have a little character, and I think for an ice house to be successful. But there wasn't a lot to do, right? They had the beanbag cornhole. That was it. Oh, no footballs, no soccer, no throwing balls were allowed in at all. Of course, you wouldn't want people throwing around a football in a crowded restaurant. The food was amazing. I would give the food...
The food was delicious.
5-star for bar food. It was really good food. Tater tots. It's always fun to have tater tots. But they had hand dipped. If we had liked mud bugs, we would have had mud bugs that last night.
Oh my gosh, the chefs prepared that all day.
Oh yeah, they were. When we pulled in at 2, they were cooking. So and it cooked all night long too. So that was fun. I think a house would be good to have if you have bands, especially, Kevin Fowler in there. And who did you say was the other person? Pat Green, right? And pictures right there at this facility. So good musicians coming in. But I think it was just the atmosphere and lots of lights. That's the secret. You got to hang lots of lights. Now, the music was not real loud, but it got through. They had a good sound system. You could hear it was karaoke last night.
But till 2, they played
music. They did. They played till 2. But Leah and I could not hear the lyrics of any particular song. We could hear the thump, 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 the beat.
Sounded bad.
Nothing sounded. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Most of the karaoke people were like one step below American Idol.
They were good.
If they would have gotten voice coaches, totally on key, and then just maybe a little sour note rounding out. I don't know anything about music other than they outsang me. But most of Leah said, "Hey Leah, would you go karaoke?" And she said, "Against these people? No, man, no way. They were really good. There was no drunken cowboy falling down on the stage or anything. They were
One girl was
Yeah, that was really good. So that was fun. The karaoke was fun, and the DJ kept things moving. So anyway, that's my review of living at an ice house. Could I live here full time?
Yes.
I think I could.
You could do it.
I could. And I would have the house a little darker so that people wouldn't be tempted. I got up this morning, people were sitting on the porch, right?
You just need to get me some blackout curtains. And
yeah, something that would say to people, hey, that's a private residence, right? It doesn't. It says it's part of the compound. And that's part of the charm. But it wasn't too noisy for me. Now, I do like the ranch. I like the Cowboys. Listen, on the ranch, when I turn off the electric, you don't hear a thing except what Mother Nature sends. And I can step out and see the Milky Ways like the ancients did. You could actually see Milky Way through the cosmos. So this is a different experience. It's nice because I get so bored and tired out on the farm. It's nice to have a little exposure too. So half and half would make my life perfect, and maybe I'll head that way.
I'm part of the coffee club too.
Oh, and Leah made it into the coffee club. So there we go. There's something. Leah and I are staying at an ice house because I've got dreams of starting a blues night. Leah and I are staying at a Willie's Joint Ice House in Buda, Texas, because I want to see how these things work. I have dreams of retiring and starting a blues ice club in Portugal. So here we go. Look, that's where everything is. Rotate. This is the little joint where we're staying. It's called Willie's Joint, and we'll be back on this. Listen, we do B&Bs all the time. This is one of the best Airbnbs. You go that most of the Airbnbs are like IKEA furniture. Really, you could tell that they just want $1. This is part and integral into this whole thing. So tonight we're going to go, and I'm going to have to just shoot little bits and pieces because it's music, right? And I'll get demonetized, or I'll even get a strike on YouTube. So and then maybe in the morning we'll go and I'll walk around it and do it. We already went there earlier. It's super cool, but it's everything an ice house should be. It's got an outdoor stage. It's got a couple of bars. It's got food. This is the back parking lot. Yeah. So this is the little place we're staying. When Leah walked in, she said there's a picture of Kevin Fowler. She said, I know Kevin, which is true. Yeah, which is true. All right. And fun thing, this thing allows kids until 10. So there's a lot of kids here. So I think that's really cool. So watch your kids at all times. All right. No balls. They don't want anybody throwing footballs or basketballs. That's interesting. So they do crawfish boil tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
And there's a little lounge and the tent, the bar. There's 2 food trucks over there. Leah, this place is packed, man. It's super fun. Look how cute she looks, everybody. Yeah, we bought that t-shirt today in Lockhart.
Sure.
What am I wearing anything? Leah bought me this. It says, you're killing me, small.
Yeah.
That's something I say all the time. But this is the beauty of Texas, right? 300 days of sunshine a year. So you can have an outdoor venue like this, right?
Oh, look, that was a bar, honey. It just opened.
The bar is open. I got it.
Closed in things.
Yeah, they had chicken wire over it earlier, and now they open and they serve out of there. There is a bar and a grill in there, and we'll have something a little later, maybe there. So, but we're gonna step out and come back for karaoke at 10, right? At 8? Okay. I want to go underneath the tree and video a little bit of that. There's the menu tonight. That's funny. I like they've got the coon ass.
I know. 5 pounds of crawfish.
5 pounds.
Imagine.
Half a cob. Well, that's why I told you I was looking for helado, but they don't. They have a half cob there. Hot poaches. 12 wonderful.
Well, we could get the corn and potatoes if you
The
want.
corn and potatoes we'll try tonight. Looky, we found an escapee from the mud bugs. They got crawfish boils right there, so that's where we're going. So far this has been pretty fun. I will get demonetized if I show up where they're doing the music, but that's where we're heading.
Can you mute it?
Rotate
Or
it.
you can't mute it?
Well, I could definitely, oh my gosh. Yeah, in Texas it doesn't take much, does it?
Let's welcome our next singer to the stage. Next up to the stage, we have Zuzio. Zuzio to the stage, please.
Oh, this is karaoke.
Oh, it's karaoke night. Oh, we might sit and watch that. I'm right back in the shit. I'll tell you, this Austin traffic is just a murder. It's murder. I'll roll with the flow. You do this every day? Oh my God, it's